What is up, you guys? Welcome to another video with Big Brother D. Today we're gonna be talking about grooming tips and we're gonna get right into it. So let's start this video. This video will be titled Grooming 101 for Men. First thing you do is you get out of bed. You gotta get out of bed, you gotta wash your face, and you gotta brush your teeth because probably you got bad breath, morning breath, right? So you gotta make sure you brush your teeth, you gotta make sure you floss, and you gotta make sure you use your mouthwash, okay? And I'll be throwing up pictures or even showing physical examples as the video goes. But that's for the breath component and making sure your teeth are clean and looking sharp, you know? Face wash, you wanna use a face wash and then you wanna use a moisturizer, okay? So that just took care of all the cleanliness, all the smells, all that. So now your face is feeling smooth again, it's nice and sharp, but maybe you got a couple scraggly hairs, and that's no problem. Me personally, since I have a beard, I like to use a tool like this. Let me see if I can get it on camera. I like to use a tool like this. It's just one little blade, but I've seen barbers use this kind of thing. I got this in like a pack at, where I get it? I get it at Ross, I think, but it was like $5 for a pack of 4, so that was cool. A little cheap one. I'm gonna get a more professional one in the future. Anyways, you kind of use this and you're supposed to, like, you know, line up the little hairs, you know, go with the groove, whatever. I'll do like the neck, all the above. Just kind of like line up the beard, make sure it has its shape. But before I do that, I'll also kind of just line up the beard at least once or twice a week. And I'll do the same with the mustache. Although you gotta be careful. Sometimes you will cut your lip and you gotta be very careful. That's a very sensitive area. Making sure if you have a beard, of course, you line it up, make it look sharp, make it look clean, professional. That's the look I'm personally going for, but I highly recommend you guys go for it if you guys are working in a more serious work environment or any other sort of thing that requires that upkept appearance. Okay, so you did all that, you gotta wash your face, and you probably gotta throw moisturizer, and you gotta even put your, I'm gonna bring it. Okay, I could not for the life of me think of what it was called, but I have this from CeraVe. It's called the eye repair cream. Check it out, it's probably a little bright in the video, but that's what it looks like. It's kind of expensive for even this little bottle. You kind of apply that like here underneath the eyes, and it kind of reduces dark eye circles, right? To not make you look as tired, because I've been kind of sleeping late for a little while, so I'm trying to fix that a little bit, make sure I don't age as bad, of course. What else? Gotta make sure you take care of your nails. So I bought this little kit. I don't know where I got it, but there's a bunch of them online, but kind of has everything you need, you know, a little nail clipper, you know, all the little things, you know, all the things you need for both your toenails and your fingernails, of course. So I got that. What else? Very important, deodorant. I personally like the sprays. I kind of get annoyed with the little, what are they called, little gels. They kind of like rub like this. I prefer to do just a spray, a little underneath the shirt and go type thing. That's that for deodorant. So make sure you use deodorant because you don't want to stink. It's nasty if you stink. Let's talk about hair. Hair. I like to, of course, I shampoo like once a week or every 2 weeks. It just kind of depends on how my hair is feeling. If it's too dry, or not that it's too dry, if it's too like, if it's kind of clumping together too much, then I will shampoo it with a special shampoo. I'll show you guys the bottle in a moment. But I will use that because sometimes my hair gets all like tangled. So I need to kind of like make sure it kind of loosens up and then, you know, it finds its shape again in the future. But yeah, to style the hair, I only really use these when I'm like with shorter hair. Like right now I got a cut recently, so I'll use this occasionally to style. I've been trying this Pete and Pedro powder. It's pretty good. I'd say it has a really good hold. The only thing is it's like you gotta wash it out after. Whereas this one I feel like works with long and short hair and you kind of get similar results. So I'm honestly kind of leaning in the camp of the Pete and Pedro natural sea salt spray. It's kind of my thing. I even like the way the bottle looks. Very cool, very nice color. I'm gonna show you guys the shampoo bottle. I'll be right back. I don't want this to become a very long-winded video. I've already talked about shampoo and why I don't like to use it. This is the one I do use whenever I do need to use it. So let me see if I can kind of help you guys see that. But this is the bottle. It's from Dr. For Hair. And I've liked the way it's worked. It's just a thing I use once a week or every 2 weeks kind of thing. It just depends how my hair is feeling once again. Very nice. Has a very good smell. Very natural ingredients for the most part. So gets an A by me. Now that we're done talking about shampoo, as I've talked about it plenty, let's talk about cologne. And picking the ones that you want and the ones that might suit you and ways to save money on it, okay? So if you're still new to the whole cologne thing, as I am, I'm very new to it still. There's so many colognes, and I was always used to as a kid and very blessed with. Like every Christmas, my parents and my auntie, they would all bring cologne for me and stuff. So I'd have like 3 bottles to use per the year, and it'd all last me up until about like Christmas or even a little bit past. But anyways, now I buy my own cologne for the most part. I still get gifted some on occasion, but I've been really into the whole rollers thing. These little small bottles, very small, nothing too crazy, but it's the kind of thing you just twist open, right? Twist it open, you got your little roller, and then you kind of just roll it on your wrist, your neck, etc., right? But these are like, man, I think these are like 5 per bottle, maybe 10 per bottle. They smell legit. They could very well be fake, I'm not sure, but they're from said brands. These are from Sauvage by Dior, so I'm gonna trust it. For the price, it smells good, it'll last long enough, nothing too crazy. And then from those same vendors, I bought these slightly bigger bottles. I think these are probably 15 each, I'm not too sure. But this is a very good way, a very budget friendly way to understand what scents work well for you and what scents you like. So I like to do that instead of just buying like an actual full-on bottle. But if you do decide to buy a full-on bottle, make sure you have some good full-on bottles of cologne that are your staple piece. Like this one right here, love it. I like to use this one. It's very simple, by Nautica. I don't know what scent it is, but it's Nautica's cologne. Clearly I've used this one a lot. That's like one of my go-tos, and I got the David Beckham cologne. But you gotta have cologne, and you gotta figure out which ones work for you, because some are too strong, some evoke a different vibe. You know, you just gotta kind of learn yourself, right? But me personally, I've learned I don't really like the super how can I say this? Like I don't really like the trendy ones. I don't know, like Sauvage, I feel like it's good, a little bit overrated, not my favorite, but it's definitely good. I've used it on occasion. That's why the bottles are still kind of full. Just haven't really used them too much. It's all about finding your personal scent, something that suits you, something that doesn't smell bad. But yeah, make sure you try colognes and try to see what scents work for you. Last 2 tricks. So you gotta use, this is like a dental trick per se, or like something to keep your breath smelling better. But use a tongue scraper. It can be a metal one, or it can even be like the little plastic ones, rubber ones I've seen on Amazon that they look pretty comfortable to use on your tongue. I have a metal one personally. It's like very cold, so it's not my favorite, and it kind of, sometimes it'll scrape my tongue a little bit too hard, so it can be uncomfortable. So maybe I'd recommend getting a rubber one or a plastic one if it's your first one. But yeah, get a tongue scraper. You're gonna get all the, all that stuff off your tongue, and that's the stuff holding onto your bad breath for the most part. So make sure you scrape your tongue, take it out, spit it out, and then, wash your mouth with mouthwash, whatever it may be. And lastly, make sure you get a haircut, like to keep yourself in check. Sometimes it'll get like out of order, and you want to make sure it looks nice again. My hair was super long at one point, and it was getting unkept, and I was getting annoyed at trying to like style it because it was just falling all over the place. I have very flat hair. Make sure you cut it every once in a while, maybe once a month, once every month and a half or so. It depends on what you want to do. Oh, this is the last thing. Okay, make sure when you wake up, you also style and you also comb your hair depending on what you need. Me personally, I kind of just style it. I kind of just run my fingers through it like this, and then, like give it a shake or whatever. And then it's gonna be like flat, sitting flat with a little bit of volume, because my hair is kind of flat. But yeah, man, those are my tricks. This is Grooming 101 with Big Brother D, and I'm gonna see you guys on the next one. Let me know if you guys would like to see a video on my everyday carry. I'll see you guys on the next one. Stay safe, you guys. Love.